Hello again. This is Chris from Process Trader, and as usual, I'm going to start journaling using the best tool, of course. Yeah, so as usual for me, I'm going to start selecting the day I'm going to journal, which is the 17th of September. And my analysis top down, right? So for that, going to the monthly chart, I get rid of all the levels I have marked, and I start the monthly. So market context. Right. Once. Weekly same. This is important for the auction market theory, right? We have balance, was a break above it. It's tricky, I mean, it's not really pulling back, but yeah, it's what it is, the momentum. As you can see here was also a balance. This was in last year in December, breakdown. The exponential moving averages changed direction. However, they found strong buyers, and even this area, which was a big congestion, was broken with conviction, volume, and range. And since then, it's just making new highs, new all-time highs. And again, as I mentioned yesterday, we have this rollover period. So this gap here is due to that, right? So for sure next week, or even maybe by the end of the week, we will see some continuous contract here. But that is how TradingView is managing the rollovers. So don't get confused about this huge gap up. Yeah, it's just to consider, right? So daily up. Well, however, yesterday we will see it more in the action from yesterday, but so it's like a weak R. So, okay, that is important information. That is my monthly, weekly, daily timeframes. Now to prior day, I'm waiting for 30 minutes. And now you can see, right? This is the gap we're seeing, which is not the true gap we saw yesterday in the market profile. And so, but it's important information, right? It was pushing up new all-time high during the overnight session, then went down to VWAP. And from there, the RTH session was basically bearish, below VWAP. Volume point of control, well, let me write all of that. So long, doing regular trading hours, up, right, in the continuous contract, right? I mean, September contract, the gap was closed, and they even closed just about the prior day. So yeah. So this is important for me. So the settlement was basically in the volume point of control, right? Inside the value. So now I mark. Okay, so what I do here is the overnight high today, right? And this week level. So it's a week overnight level, which is actually it's a real all-time high made yesterday during the overnight session, but it was not tested by the participants during the regular trading hours. That is important information. So it keeps there as a weak level that should eventually be tested, right? That is what the auction market theory says. So we have the overnight high. We have the overnight low. It's a big push down. I'm not sure why. 10:30 today. Again, it's rollover week, so a lot of movements are just participants getting out of positions before the week ends. What else do I have? So, okay, the prior day high is again, I take it through RTH, which is at the center, right? 24,600. Also mechanical level, right? The all-time high changed to yesterday high, actually, right? I put it just close to each other, but again, I'm not worried about the tick value. Value area high, yesterday value area high. This is a naked volume point of control, right? Yesterday's is yesterday's BPOC, right? Then we have yesterday's value area low. Yesterday's low now is a strong low for me. And I mark yesterday's low here. So the story is we have excess. We will see it more clearly in the market profile. We have excess here. We have in both extremes, but the biggest excess is at the top. Prior to action mark levels, yes, value migration already mentioned that. Then the overnight session. Is next, right? So settlement is here. It's more volume has been trading below settlement, so it's mixed. Majority team short, okay. Low. Those levels. Yeah, so we saw the sellers try to take yesterday's low. Buyers came in, but they couldn't manage to go above VWAP, and price is trading below it. So the value migration is overlapping to down. That is important. Overlapping to down. Okay. I'm also going to mark the anchor VWAP from yesterday. We have it here. Also now we see it, right? I didn't see it before, of course, but now we see how also is acting as resistance. So buyers try to took that one and then boom, push down. So that is important information. Okay, rollover, OPEX, yes. No, it's not the end of the month, quarter. And then now I'm going to the 2 minutes chart to check the ATR. And ATR is, yeah, average, right? 5.6. Of course, in this push down, we saw an increase in the volatility around 10:30. Maybe some news, I don't know, or just the auction trying to get rid of some positions, but yeah, we don't need to understand why. So let's see, any high volumes on the millennium, right? 24,600 century, right? Point of control, clearly a huge volume node. Yeah, I don't care much about this mostly the overnight session, so it's not so important for me. Yes and yes. Okay, that is basically the technical part of the pre-market. I'm checking now my Apple Watch. 7.5. It's like, yes, stress level is 2. Any mental distractions before trading. A bit of work, preparing material. Yeah, okay. Enough time? Yes. So it's the 17th and we have building permits number and Fed, whatever is this. I have no idea where it is actually, to be honest, but yeah, it's marked as a high impact news. And let's see. Yes, I performed the pre-trading routine and I'm going to analyze now the insights, right? So let's see. And then no outliers today. That is good. There's coffee, blah blah blah. Because just coffee. Okay. Routine focuses based on mental instructions. The success. Okay. Good. Process success. Okay. That is fine for me. No super red flags. Now we go again to the overview. Waiting for the market profile to load here. There you go. And that's the excess I was talking about. We have it here, excess. So this is important. We have a very small excess here actually, but yeah. I wouldn't mark it as excess. Also pullbacks, highs or low, nothing really critical. We have again, just so that you remember, these two were quite close. For some reason today, TradingView is displaying this in the next contract December. Yeah. So there you go. The organization profile, nothing clear. It's just balance. Took it down, went back into balance. And so I take a picture of this, copy image. Boom, paste it there. And there we go. That is the pre-market analysis. Then talk to you later. We'll see if I trade or not. I mean, so far I do have the time to trade. But we will see if the market is giving some opportunities. So see you in the post-market analysis. Bye.